Hello and welcome there, friends. My name is Gerald, pastor of Innovate Christian Community Church in Kannapolis, North Carolina. Welcome to you from wherever it is that you have clicked play from. We are just so glad to have you along with us as we go into God's Word. Specifically right now, we're doing daily Psalm readings. So welcome. As always, our hope and prayer for you is just that you are blessed and encouraged as we go into God's Word together. We are still on Psalm 119, the longest chapter of all the Bible with 176 verses, but it is broken down by the Hebrew alphabet, 8 verses for each letter, and we only have tonight or today, depending on when you're watching, and then tomorrow, and then we will be finished with Psalm 119. But what a journey it has been. Today we are on verses 161 through 168. Princes persecute me without cause, but my heart stands in awe of your words. I rejoice at your word, like one who finds great spoil. I hate and abhor falsehood, but I love your law. 7 times a day I praise you for your righteous rules. Great peace have those who love your law. Nothing can make them stumble. I hope for your salvation, O Lord, and I do your commandments. My soul keeps your testimonies. I love them exceedingly. I keep your precepts and testimonies, for all my ways are before you. So here we really see the psalmist's heart and trusting in God's law and trusting in his word. And so what is it that helps you when it comes to days or times where you may stumble, when things may not go your way, when you may have a harder day than the rest? You know, here he says, great peace have those who love your law. So where do you get your peace from? You know, too many times I think we think of peace as being a comfort, quiet, easygoing day where we can just sit around the house and lay on the couch, or maybe just going to the mountains and looking over a cliff's edge and just enjoying the view and God's creation there. But real peace comes from knowing God and knowing his word. Real peace comes from trusting, believing, knowing that God's word is true, that his promises stand the test of time for us, that our faith is in the unmovable rock, that his love for us is forever, and that he sent Christ to make us at peace with him. Because without Christ, we are at war with God. If we are not for Christ, the word says that we are against him. Friends, I pray that you are for him. I pray that you have found your peace in Jesus, that you have found your peace in walking with God and in reading and trusting his word. And that you learn, like the psalmist here, he says, I keep your precepts and testimonies, for all my ways are before you. And many times whenever we think about all of our ways being before God, as in a judging kind of way, what about the loving kind of way that God looks upon us? Especially as we respond to his love and try to keep up with his rules, his precepts, his statutes, whatever synonym you want to use for it. Whenever we trust and try to follow God's law and God's word, friends, that is when our heart is at peace, when troubles fade away, and when we truly experience God's love within our own heart and soul. So I pray, as always, that this has been a blessing and an encouragement to you. And if it has been, then I just ask that you take the moment, click like, leave us a comment, but most of all, share it so that someone else can be blessed and encouraged. And join us tomorrow as we finish off Psalm 119. Have a blessed evening.